All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live with our end of day post wave report for trading on Thursday, August the 3rd, 2023. As you know, tomorrow is Take Back Friday. So we are anticipating that there could be some market moving news items to come out. So I don't remember what they all are. I think one of them is the jobless claims or employment or something. So you definitely want to be ready for that. We're taking a look here at XRP Ripple. You'll notice that just like I've been stating, because you have a bearish trend momentum reading, you're in the sell the rally mode, which means you can expect lower prices. Whenever there is a bearish trend momentum reading in the market, it always leads to lower prices. When there's a bullish trend momentum in the reading, it always leads to higher prices. That's just the ebb and flow of the markets. That's just market dynamics, is how it works. Okay. So because we have a bearish trend momentum reading, the market is heading lower, and at some point it will find a support. But the Kumo cloud of 50 cents is your initial downside target on this move. So just FYI on that one. Next up, we have Bitcoin futures. We still have a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market is kind of leveling off here. But you still got a bearish trend momentum reading. So we know that another down leg is coming unless the market flips and we get a bullish trend momentum reading, and then we get into the buy the dip, buy the pullback mode. But right now, the market's still in sell the rally mode, and it's going to continue to remain under, intense selling pressure until we get a change in the momentum in the market, and that just hasn't happened yet. So I'm still expecting lower prices. I'm still expecting the price action to drop below the Kumo cloud here. Next up is wheat futures. So wheat futures still has a bearish trend momentum reading, and you are still in a free fall state. You're in a locked in bear market. So we're anticipating that the price action will continue to fall and either test or take out and put in a new 52-week low. Next up is soybeans. Same thing, bearish trend momentum reading, and prices are headed lower. Not too far away from taking out the 52-week lows. Next up is corn. Same thing. It's even closer to taking out the 52-week lows. You're in a locked-in bear market, so lower prices expected there. Silver, bearish trend momentum reading. We hit the secondary target now. The first target was the top of the Kumo cloud. Now we just hit the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Second target, that $23 handle I told you about. Now the next target is the $22 handle. So once the price action falls out of the Kumo cloud, it will be a free fall, fast and furious move to 22. And then we'll see where the market takes it from there. But right now, you're still in a bull market. You're just in a corrective state, just like you were back here when the market hit new highs, new 52-week highs. You went into a correction. Here, you went into a little tiny pullback. It was still a corrective mode, but it was more like a pullback. Wasn't really decent, like you did back here with the correction, or right here with the correction, or right here with the correction. All right, so this one looks like it is gaining downside momentum in silver. Take a look at Nat Gas. Nat Gas now has a bullish trend momentum reading, and you are above the Kumo cloud. All right, and you have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. This is one of those things that we were looking for. We're looking for this to happen. Now, the last time it did it was back here, and you did have a nice little rally, and then the market just moved sideways, and here you are now. So I think the market's trying to build a base here, and it wants to start running. So I'm liking the Nat Gas at this point right now for tonight into tomorrow's trading for a long position, because we have a rally alert in Nat Gas. It's about time. Next up is the Dow Futures. Dow Futures had that crash alert coming into today. And what did we see here? We saw the downside production. And I believe a lot more is coming as the market is on its way to testing the 34,000 support, which corresponds with the top of the Kumo cloud. Next up is your NASDAQ 100. Again, bearish trend momentum reading. Had the crash alert coming into today. You did get a little bit of initial downside production. A lot more is coming as the market is on its way to testing the 14,800 level, which is the top of the Kumo cloud support as well. Next up is gold. All right, so gold still has the bearish trend momentum reading. We're expecting lower prices. We have a crash alert for tonight and tomorrow's trading. I believe the market's going to fall outside of the Kumo cloud here and go into free fall to test the 1900 support. So another interesting one to take advantage of. S&P 500, we had the crash alert coming into today. The market gave you a little bit of downside production. I'm expecting a lot more as the market's on its way to testing the 4,400 top of the Kumo cloud support. Next up is oil. Oil has a bearish trend momentum reading. We had a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Had one yesterday coming into today as well. And so we're expecting the market to come back down here and test the $75 Kumo cloud support. So that's what I'm saying with this bearish trend momentum reading. We should get that rather quickly. Next up is the euro currency, getting closer to that 108 handle. Not too much further to go, but that is still the initial target. Next up is the pound sterling, getting close to testing the 125. We got that bearish trend momentum reading still extended out, still more downside to go. Looking at the Aussie, bearish trend momentum reading, market is in a free fall status on its way to testing the 64 handle, and then from there the 62. Next up is the Russell. Bearish trend momentum reading, crash alert coming into today. You got a little bit of downside production. A lot more is coming, as I think the market's on its way to coming down here back to the 1800. Let's call it 1850, 1850s. So look out below on that one. Next up is copper. Copper has a bearish trend momentum reading, and we're starting to get some downside production there too. So looks like copper is ready to fall below the Kumo cloud and get back down there toward the 360s, maybe even down toward the 340s. And the Ethereum futures, bearish trend momentum reading, markets consolidating inside the Kumo cloud. Once it breaks outside of the Kumo cloud to the downside, I think we're going to get back to testing the 1600 support. So just be careful there if you are long Ethereum or long Bitcoin at this time. All right, folks, there you have it. So you know what to look out for. We got a couple of rally alerts for tonight into tomorrow's trading to be on guard for. I think we have some really good candidates, some really good possibilities here. Like I said, I'm liking the Nat Gas futures one. That looks to be a nice solid play there, because we do have a rally alert in the nat gas. So I'm liking that a lot. So definitely you want to reference Dex's watch list on your dashboard. Just pull up Dex's watch list. You'll see the nat gas futures information there on how I'm looking to take advantage of that for tonight into tomorrow's trading. The next one that looks interesting here on the long side of the market is nothing. I think that's the only one for tonight into tomorrow's trading on the futures. Everything else is like a crash alert, like gold has a crash alert, and so does crude oil. So those two definitely worth taking a look at. So short gold, short oil, long nat gas. Very interesting development. So you know what it is, folks. The system works if you work of this system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button, and I'm out. Peace.